Welcome everybody back to Kharak Cup number 8. I feel like I said that really strangely, but that's alright. The map for this round, which is round 2, is going to be Tight End Passage. Everyone's favorite map. Look, you know I don't cheat as the tournament organizer, because if I did, this kind of crap would not happen, alright? Every single tournament, I feel, has had this map in the qualifier. Anyway, we got a pretty legendary player over here, Descara, choosing to play as the Galzian though, a bit of an off-faction choice there. His opponent going to be Maze as the Soban. Maze is a competent player. I really feel like Descara is kind of above, like, you know, just at the next level, if you know what I mean. But Maze is not bad, so there is potential for an upset here, especially with Descara playing on his off-faction. You know, we could always be pleasantly surprised. I would really love to see that. It would be exciting. Strategies, looks like both players going for LAV, or Descara not going for LAV fabrication. He's these boys. He's going for sand skimmers. But that suggests, of course, it's not going to be any kind of double production cruiser shenanigans, but he may go for a bit of early aggro, or maybe he's just trying to do safe eco. As for Maze, I'm not sure. It's really much more difficult to tell at this early stage. But he does have two guys on CUs over there. Only just now filling up the RU slot. So actually, I'd say he's probably going to go for some early aggression of some kind, because he's gotten a lot of CUs, and that generally suggests that. Otherwise, you'd want to get RUs to move up to, you know, AAVs or railguns or something like that. Either that, or you could be going like for an eco style that I'm not familiar with, but that would be a little strange. Normally, we'd see a support cruiser on the queue already, and he's not saving up to that either. So, though he may be saving up to AAVs. He only needs about 45 more RU. Well, he needs exactly 45 more RUs. Descara doing his best to hunt down this probe here, and does manage to take it down to 20 health, but not quite get the kill. Obviously a little difficult every time you've salvaged your base runner. He's going for railgun fabrication actually off of one production cruiser here in the early game. This is pretty similar to the kind of style that I generally do when I've moved my production cruiser out in the beginning and I keep my base runner. This is a bit interesting because he's not taking advantage of like the very immediate attack. I'd say he just wants to get field control with this, but he's probably not expecting this number of LAVs to be out there. And make no mistake, there are quite a lot of them here. We could even see some targeting jammer nonsense, which would be pretty exciting. Yeah, there it goes. In typical fashion, I'm not really totally sure exactly how effective that targeting jammer was, but it's not hurting him at all. Well, actually, it does cost money, you know what I mean. It is indeed AAV fabrication from Maze. That's a nice color for Descara, going for that railgun armor right there. He's also going for sand skimmer armor, probably in response to the big number of LAVs he's seen here. Now he's getting assault railguns, and I feel like there was a little bit of a window that I was a little worried for Descara because the LAVs could snowball just a bit. But I think that has passed, probably. Then again, he just lost a sand skimmer. Railgun is about to pop out right in the middle of all these. Oh, these guys are way in the wrong position. Definitely needs to come back there and support, but it may be too late already. Not that he's going to lose a production cruiser, well, honestly that could be on the table here, but he's definitely going to lose this railgun, you see that? Now a quick tip here, oh no, Maze, no. You probably want to kill this guy because he's doing so much DPS on you. And you'll win this fight 4 on 5, you can take one guy and have him attack the production cruisers, what I was going to say the quick tip was. So that you deny the rehealing for it, because rehealing can't start unless it's been out of combat for a certain amount of time. And these LAVs could definitely have taken the fight with the assault railgun, then with the sand skimmers, then with the next assault railgun. And we maybe could have seen a production cruiser snipe right there, but a little bit of a choke, I feel. Not going in for them. Assault pack is on the way. And by the way, they were even armor units, so that's also not really a factor. In fact, that does tend to favor the coalition. In fact, it was Descara and I who were doing some testing of this a bit earlier, and we discovered that indeed, sand skimmers win in any context, or sorry, LAVs win in any context. It doesn't matter if, it doesn't matter what context they're in. The LAVs will win if the armors are, if the upgrades are equal or in their favor. Whether or not they get the lead time, like whether or not the sand skimmers start on top of them, whether or not they have no upgrades, 1-1, 2-2, you know, LAVs always win. So that was definitely a fight that Maze could have taken. Power Reserve 1 has been researched by Descara, and look at this damage being done here, actually. I kind of like stopped. I started just rambling on about how I hate LAVs or something, and then Whoa, that's actually a good death pack. I'm still never sure if those are worth it, but he did it pretty well there. Anyway, suddenly he had become out of position there, and he lost like 3 salvagers, I think, maybe even 4, leaving a trail of carnage in their wake. However, yeah, I'm really doing a great job casting this game, as you can tell. So it's double production cruiser actually from Descara, just very late. I mean, normally we would expect to see this hit earlier or something at least. It's quite odd how this has turned out. But yeah, it is going to be tricky for Maze because he went for those AAVs but then chose not to build any of those, which was the right choice, mind you. I mean, he can't really make LAVs in the face of, you know, railgun fabrication that late. But he's just now getting railgun fabrication, not going to finish for a little while yet. And that could be quite bad for him. So many, how many ALMs is this? It's a lot. There's another one. I don't know if you need that many ALMs, but, you know, credit where credit is due. I think they just killed an assault railgun. How much damage did they even do at this point? 40? Oh yeah, wow. That's actually a significant chunk of this unit's health. Granted, armor 9, which is, I believe, railgun armor 1. Oh wow. How much armor do these things get? Oh goodness. Wait, I'm looking at sandstorm armor. No, wait, I was looking at that. Anyhow, that is going to significantly reduce the amount of, like how effective these ALMs are being, but still, you know, that's not bad. Now, there is a couple of railguns coming out now. There's only one heavy on the side of Descara right here, and Savant railguns are pretty darn spicy. If Maze micros this right, he should actually be able to... Oh no, that's not correct micro. Yeah, he needed to kill this heavy railgun. He still does. I'm clicking on it for him, but it's not working for some reason. Yeah. When you're in... Oh, there he goes. He took it out. 2 heavies down here, though. Even with the high ground advantage going to the Saban player here, there should be a fight that the heavies take, just because they got that first shot off. But yeah, in these railgun wars, what's really essential is that you kill your opponent's railguns as fast as possible. That's all that matters, really, because once they all go down, suddenly the fight is yours, basically. The assault railguns, honestly, in this context, don't really matter too much. Because... Yeah, look how much damage that thing does. That's, like, very significant, actually. Wow. Yeah, the assault railguns don't really matter too much in this context, because they can't really get close anyway with these ALMs being here. So if you kill your opponent's heavy railguns, these things will go down like in seconds. But where are the railguns from Maze? We still don't see any. What's he even spending his money on? Did he get an upgrade that I didn't catch? Because LAVs are not the way to go. I think it's got to be railguns here, especially as a Soban player. But at this point, I think he's waited too long, and it's kind of gone out of his control. You know what I mean? You got to act quick. Didn't we just see this last game, by the way? I feel like... Like I said, at one point this was like the established Gaussian meta, I'm pretty sure. It's just like, you will do a double production cruiser push. It wasn't even a question. Yeah, see that going after the assault railguns, it's just going to get the railgun killed. It needs to take these guys out first. And you need to be able to come in for like a burst, so making 2 at a time, yeah, that's good. You really need to, Oh, back away, back away. That's what you need to do right now. Okay, that's good, actually. Taking a favorable fight now. But yeah, really what you need to do is you need to kill these heavy railguns, and then everything will kind of fall into place for you. He's getting aggressive with his carrier now. I mean, his eco is full on the back of this. I'm not really sure where all of his resources have gone, really. Perhaps just to ALMs. Oh, that's it. That makes sense. Is he floating a bunch of RUs? Not a bunch, actually, but a fair number. Anyhow, to be fair, he has actually cleared out the railgun forces of his opponent now. At this point, LAVs do make sense, because mostly you're facing Sandskimmers here, but picking off that heavy railgun, that would be really nice. Looks like he's going to go for it there. Armor is researched on those. Only armor 1, though, and the the LAVs do have damage ones. They will make pretty quick work of that thing. If they can get over the Doom, that is. He can't sacrifice them, though, so he's just going to have to boost out. Does not get the kill on that heavy railgun, and it will just reheal, of course. That's the Gaussian advantage right there. Vehicle damage 2 on the way, but really he needs railguns. And making a support cruise, that's what he's been going for. Oh man, that's really risky because I mean you don't have the map control at all to like safeguard your economy here. And sure enough, here comes Descara, just gonna come flying in there. Logistics modules are a big pickup, and a lot of them have gone down already. I don't know if they count on the units lost tab. I think if they did, we would see that this number here is actually much larger. Okay, that looks like that heavy railgun finally will go down. But I mean, there's going to be more just to... No, they're even going to boost away still, so it still has not killed that heavy railgun. Yeah, he needs railguns. That's what he needs here. But now at this point, there's so many sand skimmers because he kind of lost some LAVs there, trying to hunt down that heavy railgun, but didn't manage to. That at this point he kind of needs both, and I don't know if he can get it. So it's been a little tense for Descara, I think. And honestly, I'm not too impressed with the way that Descara did this double assault ship push, or sorry, double production cruiser push. I think that Mace could have held it off, but fortunately for Descara, didn't really make the right units at the right time there. And now we're just kind of witnessing his demise here as salvagers are getting taken out, eco being raided. Rails on the high ground nonetheless attacking this carrier, doing grievous damage, as good old Magpie would say. I'm actually playing chess right now, sorry, I shouldn't be doing that. I got distracted. It's beautiful, isn't it? Well, who just shot up straight into the air? That was a very accurate shot right there. So, good game, Descara. Yeah, the way that DOK handles like accuracy is it either hits or it misses, and if it misses, it picks like a trajectory that's not going to hit the thing. But sometimes they're just ridiculous. Like, we need to shoot at the guy over here, and he's like, flies up straight into the air. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't particularly impressed with the 2 PC rush there, but it worked out for him, so that'll do. That'll do. Let's move on to the next match, shall we?